Bhagavate Shri Arunachala Ramanaya.
शनैश्चनैरुपरमेत् बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्. This is from Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 25th shloka. Slowly and steadily, with conviction in the intent, the mind will get fixed in Atma. Thereafter, do not think about anything else. Or if you are completely established, mind will not think about anything else.
Our initial efforts are only to bring mind closer to God, closer to that divinity in heart. Once it experiences, tastes it, then your job is done. There's a saying in Hindi which means the one who has tasted the divine food, why he will be eating gula or wild fruits. Once you have tasted that, once, then all these tastes of the world for sensory indulgence, for your name, wealth, fame, money, whatever it is, they all become faint. They have no value. And you will laugh on yourself. I was wasting all my energy into these things all my life. Useless, utter wasteful. Because I was doing everything for this body which will disappear one day. And now you will start doing or at least abiding in that pure awareness which is eternal, which is you. It is like before your all actions were in dream. All your actions are as doer are in dream only, in which there are images, beings, situation. There is no harm in action and whatever we doing, but our attention, our abidance should be in our heart. Problem of doership is that you are always unhappy with breaks of happiness, restlessness. But when you abide in heart, whether there is an action or not doesn't matter. You are established in your pure knowledge. You are contented. You are happy. And this happiness is independent of actions of the body, independent of thoughts in the mind, independent of situation around you. Because this is innate nature of self, this happiness, this contentment. It is complete in itself, so it does not need anything from this external world to be more happy. And nothing of this world can make it unhappy. Because it knows itself. First time it knows what I am. Our efforts are only till you have not experienced this beautiful divine energy within you. Once your mind has tasted it, your job is done. Same mind which is going for its desires, egoistic desires. What is ego? Ego is that man which is dreaming but thinks it is real. The dreaming man which thinks it's all real. That is ego. Only thing which is not godly is ego. Only thing which is cultivated in spite of God, we create our own small world, is that ego which create desires and attachments. And therefore there is suffering. So we use all these terms like surrender. Surrender to whom? You are that. But we call the word surrender when there is ego, because this ego keeps us separate from the divine energy. Ego is self created, self inflicted. And then ego gives rise to these desires and attachments, keeps our mind external into these things which we see, or the mind brings to us. But when this mind has experienced that, then it gets intoxicated by that love. Then it has no clue what is happening externally. It has zero interest. Sometimes I wonder what Bhagavan used to read in newspapers. If you see, if you know, maybe he must be laughing on people who are reading these newspapers, or for him, newspaper might be joke. I have no clue. I don't know what he used to do with reading newspapers. This all what we take so seriously is nothing but a joke. And you will know that only when you have experienced who you are. Put all your energy in your seeing. Love your company. Be with your company all the time. When any external situation demands your attention, even then don't leave your company. If your mind is still going in so many things around you, that itself shows that you have more interest in all what is happening. Then it's hypocrisy. Then it's just a fake seekership that I am interested to know the God within or whatever it is. But I'm still interested in other things. I love all this drama so much so that all my attention is going there. Can someone help? No one can help. This drama will continue only if you are interested. If you have no interest, it will end. Dream will continue until you dreaming. If you are awake, dreaming will end. Don't stay as a seeker all your life. Then it becomes a habit of mind and it plays this game. Sometimes it is interested in things outside and then it is interested in spirituality. For spirituality, it becomes an object. When it is too much involved in outside things, when it becomes restless, when the ego shows its ugly head, when it's really obvious to you, when it is not conducive to the way you want it to be, then you come back to spirituality. This back and forth will never help. And then there comes guilt of doing something wrong act, which is against what you think a spiritual person should not be doing. That doesn't help because that guilt makes you feel as if you are sorry now and then next time you are ready to do that act again. Because that ego survives that guilt. I have seen people who follow more rules, regulations, rituals. They get trapped because they think they have done this thing wrong and this is the way to sort it out by doing some ritual or a fast and it will compensate. And this way the ego survives. Better to be a witness to whatever is happening within and outside and stay as uninvolved witness to everything. Only ego thinks it can control external situation. It can manipulate. Self is in total acceptance and completely disinterested in external situation and happenings. So Zen, can you mute yourself? I can't do that.
Sorry.
We all have to mute ourselves, isn't it? Others can only request. And this mute button of our thoughts is in our hand. When we have no interest in external, no thought will stay. They will slip out, and the mind will show drama of what about this, what about that. It is like a marketplace. Mind advertises everything, good and bad. Don't think you hate bad things. Your hate for bad things makes you more attracted to bad things. People love horror movies. All the news is bad only. Still, you watch it. They say with each breath you should be remembering God. With each breath. Don't miss even for single breath. Remember when we are criticizing any person, any situation, going into strong likes and dislikes, judging people, making fun of others, gossiping. We are at a very, very low level of energy. When we are angry, when we are fearful, we are in trap of our egoistic desires. When the ego dissolved, it is very, very hard to stay as a sansari, as a worldly person. It is very hard. There is nothing to talk. But the role continues, whatever it is, it continues. Wherever you live, family, job, whatever. But it happens in a beautiful way, even without ego. That energy is so powerful, so divine. Only the ego can feel that I am misfit in this society. Maybe people can ridicule this body, or they might gossip that this person is just crazy or something not right. That can definitely happen. But you are intoxicated with that pure love. You have no clue about impressing anyone or doing an act as a worldly person. That personality, that persona has disappeared. That conditioning is no more there. Worldly people are so much conditioned by their concepts, by their mind, their intellect. You can predict them, how they will behave in a situation or how they will behave to a person of a caliber or whatever. But awareness is unpredictable. It also doesn't know how the next situation it will tackle, if it has to tackle. It has no planning. It has given away the gadgets. which every egoistic person is proud of. Its intellect. It is raw, it is organic, it just flows. It is carefree, it is contented, and that's why it is always blissful. You might be in a profession, something might be happening fruitful through that profession. People might appreciate this body, but you know you are not doing anything. There is no credit to this body for any reason. Things just happens. You have no interest in what is happening. It is just happening. Or it might not happen that well. And then people can criticize that, look, you're always in that divine energy and you're not paying attention to your job or your profession. You're not doing well. Even then, you have no clue. Be that addict of divine, where all your attention, energy is there. You're living but not living. Don't be a smart person, be a devoted person. This is the difference. Don't be an intelligent person, be that pure intelligence. Don't try to please anyone. Please that energy by being that, by being here, by remembering it. The best way to remember is to be that only. Don't get this energy out to do any task of any reason. You stay here. You will be amazed to know that even when you stay here, things happens with body. This is when you realize that you don't do anything. You means this body, it just happens. And nobody brings a situation. Situations happen. It is like a script is already written. Who wants to change this script? Only ego. If you are established in self as self, you have no role to play. You are not this body, you are not this mind. You don't even own them. They are part of this world. If you want to change anything, that means you are still believing in it and you have a doership. Till there is ahem bhav, this ego that I am doing, you are not free. From a small task to a bigger task. Akarta bhav, non-doership. It's not just a word, but when your energy is here, you know that. For day to day talk, you might still say to people that I went, I did. But here you know, you didn't go, you didn't do. Just happens. Love your pure self. That will dissolve all impurities. To know ourselves, we don't need too many concepts. Even a wrong concept can take you there. Your intention should be pure. I was having satsang with someone couple of days back. In their sect, in their religion, they believe God is somewhere up. And this was a beautiful lady. She was in her 80s and she was contented and peaceful. And she said, I always continued my practice connecting to the God above and getting that energy. And that energy dawned on me. You can make any concept that you're connected from above or connected from your heart because He is there everywhere. He will work according to your belief system also. He is so compassionate. So, what you think, how you start, but you have to be consistent and it will work for you. She had a question for me why, when you say God is in everyone's heart, why then people kill others or behave badly or can become rapist or whatever crime they can do. Again, if you stay in your ego mode, you never look within, how would you know? That energy is like a silent witness, uninvolved. Your act will reap fruits accordingly. When we say a bad act, you will be punished for it. It will happen. Action itself has fruits in it. Your intentions, and it will happen whatever has to happen. But anyone who looks within, whatever they've done in the past is irrelevant. It is such a pity that some people are born, they have this jewel in their heart, and they die without even opening it, without unwrapping it. Probably they have put more coverings around it in their life by their ego mode. They never open it. And then they move to another body, another phase after death of this body. And they keep collecting only dust. And this jewel becomes more hidden. It has more covering. Unfold, unwrap by your devotion, by your bhakti, by your love, by your longing. Don't think you become smarter when you look towards it. Radiance of this energy makes you more understandable, which we call as you can discriminate what is real, what is unreal. All that knowledge is within. Knowledge speaks in silence. Knowledge transforms this mind. Real Guru is within us. You have to be nearest to this Guru. When you unfold, when you come closer, everything becomes so clear. Then you don't have to compare your notes. You don't have to look into scriptures. You become a scripture. This is the first time then you know that I am not Hindu or Christian or I don't belong. I belong to everything. First time you become secular. Glory of self is glory of God. Once you know it, you become a real devotee. You keep thanking yourself, and you can thank in so many ways, by prayers, by bhajans, by sharing it with others. That is also thanking it. Sharing this energy is also compassion. We all share, a good person shares it's whatever he or she has. People who have wealth, they do charity. People who have some knowledge of some subject, they teach others or they teach skills or help others. What would you do with this energy? You will share with others. You will spread it. You want everyone to open their own jewel box. Open it and spread it. Make sure before you take last breath, you have opened this box and you have realized this precious jewel in your heart. And you don't die as a beggar. in a miserable state. And paradox is then once you have this jewel, you don't die. You become eternal. It makes you immortal. Knowing it makes you immortal. Because it is immortal. It is never born. Some sage lives in cave, and you can understand they are absorbed in that energy. But a sage can be living among worldly people doing things, but his all energy is here. Energy should be here, attention should be here, abidance in your own pure self all the time. No change. Mind changes, might show you another dream, sleep, but you stay here in your heart, pure awareness. You have no name, no form, no religion, no profession, no family, nothing. Yet you are everything. Stay there. Be still always. No movement, no ripples, no restlessness. No strangers, no one to hate. All are my offshoots. All are beloved. All is one. Differences is illusion. Everything is awareness. Everything is this pure awareness. It is beyond time and space. It is unchanging. It is eternal. It is you. You are pure awareness. Allow your mind to merge in this pure awareness. Allow it to completely dissolve and disappear. Allow your ego to surrender. Completely surrender. So no trace is left. No mind, no ego, nothing. Pure emptiness. Spaciousness. Filled with pure bliss. Here it is end of journey. Your search stops. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.